No coração da América do Sul, no sul do Brasil, existe um lugar chamado Foz do Iguaçu. Um dos lugares mais bonitos do mundo. Ali estão as famosas cataratas do Iguaçu. Isso é X Games Foz do Iguaçu.
And here we are in beautiful Foz do Iguaçu, Brazil, and our massive freestyle motocross park tonight. Speed and style, 8 guys going to hit this track to see who claims X Games gold, Cameron.
I love this because contact can play a part in it. We've seen it in the past. Some great matchups years past, and I'm looking forward to seeing what we have tonight. This dirt is very interesting. It seems tacky tonight. Big jumps, and these are our quarterfinalists. 8 riders will enter. Someone is leaving with a gold medal.
Well, the first up will be Lance Curry versus Gilmar Flores of Brazil. Curry, the #1 in speed, #2 in style. He is the highest ranked qualifier. Remember, this is all about that perfect marriage of racing and freestyle. Both matter equally. And it's going to be interesting to see if Flores can hang with Curry, who seemed really fast in training.
And he has a history. He has actually an amateur national title to his credit. Curry does. He raced with the number 54 as a youngster, and he has support from Ricky Carmichael and Kerry Hart. The RCH race bike, that's not bad either. So we'll see what happens here. Wow. First corner, the left-hander, little roller into a small double and into the whoops, and look at this.
Flores taking the inside line there.
He kept it very gentlemanly, I'll say. And it's 4 laps of racing, and 3 times off the jump your score will be counted as a freestyle jump. The last time it will not count. In front, of course, is Lance Curry right now, and he's I was going to say, he's got some good freestyle skills. And Gilmar bringing a nice right side up trick.
And you can see there the differential dropping down, plus 2.44 already going to Lance Curry. He was the fastest out on the track in seating, and he's putting some space between himself and Flores, and definitely Lance Curry has the bigger tricks out of these two.
At the end of that rhythm section, we saw Lance triple, double, single. There is an option to triple, triple. Nice.
Oh, yeah, real nice dead body there.
For those of you that don't know speed and style, they're going to combine the score of their freestyle run with their speed score. And how the speed score is calculated by however much a rider wins by, he receives that many points towards his freestyle score. Oh, and it looks like he's able to save it. But that whoop section almost claiming Gilmar.
So Curry has a huge lead right now. He really can just concentrate on these tricks. Nice no-handed flip from Lance Curry.
And this is the #1 qualifier against the #8 or last qualifier.
And interestingly enough, Gilmar Flores was added at the last minute because Bryce Hudson, who won gold last night, actually ended up breaking his tibia in practice. So disaster for Bryce Hudson, but right now it's all good for Lance Curry, who is going to come over the line, and I think he's going to definitely take this one.
Oh, well, I mean, he's going to get points by how much he wins by. So let's say he wins by 10 seconds. That will be added to his points, which you can already see is a 94. So in theory, we'll know what the final time is here in just a second and get the combined score, which is what we're going to be looking for.
So there we go. Lance Curry advances with some good riding. He had all the speed, but really he had the better tricks out of the two, Cameron.
Oh, absolutely. No contest in either aspect here. Not getting all the extension he wanted, but still, solid jump from Lance. And here's where I believe it went off the rails. Almost for Gilmar.
Well, good save for Flores there. And here Curry again coming across the finish line. This time the jump doesn't count. This one's just for the fans.
Little whip point, kind of claiming it Ricky Carmichael style there for a second.
So nice start for Lance Curry, our #1 qualifier. Knocks out #8.
And interesting, he is the youngest in the field, Lance is, and he's a first-time X Game competitor. So first time, last night we had a winner that was a first-time competitor at this X Games. And you can see the sticker there, the Motogate.com. That's his own company.
Yeah,
he's an entrepreneur. We're talking about Twitch.
That's a businessman right there, folks.
Yeah.
Okay, second quarterfinal coming up. Libor Podmol from the Czech Republic versus Spain's Edgar Torrenteras. And Torrenteras, I mean, this guy is just a ball of fun, but unfortunately, he had a problem in practice today.
Not as bad as last year's problem that he had. This was bad.
This was terrifying. And here you see Edgar didn't have the speed coming up that ramp and really should have never gone for that flip. Look at him pulling.
Well, at the time, we suspected that his two-stroke was being over-revved, or he couldn't hear his own two-stroke next to the four-stroke bike. And I think that might have been part of the problem there. But here he is with an injured right ankle.
And you know, we saw Edgar sitting in the pits. He was actually icing it down and taping it up. He does not know what that injury is right now, but he knows it's really, really painful. When he landed a big jump, and he said basically he just kind of hyperextended himself on the foot peg.
Before the injury, he was our pick, or at least my pick, to win this event. He has a great racing background, of course, a big freestyle background, and Podmol on the inside, he earned a bronze medal. Look, push him to the outside.
Yeah. Edgar being a little gentle, I think. So the white bike in front, that is the Czech Podmol. The Spaniard is on the blue bike, and he's looking for that inside line. So they're a little bit close on this rhythm section.
Couple different ways to do it there. I would think, being the cagey veteran, Torrenteras, you might see him get more aggressive, but it was Podmol who we saw getting more aggressive. Oh, cliffhanger flip. That's going to be a big score. Torrenteras with the whip.
This is going to be interesting because Podmol has some huge tricks. We know Edgar has a lot of big backflip tricks, but Podmol's really been on his game in freestyle lately. But look at that small differential there, only 0.4 between these two riders.
So the 94 we saw from Curry was the combined score, including his time. So we'll be able to compare well, we can't really compare because it's the amount of winning time each race. So, wow, another big whip. But
look at that. He's giving up on the freestyle portion of this because Podmol there did the Fred Flintstone or the Running Man, whatever we're calling it tonight. Right. Whereas Edgar just did another whip, so I think really this injury is plaguing him. You can see how slow he's moving through that rhythm section. And this really, I mean, it is sad because we touted Edgar Torrenteras in this one. He looked like he was full of energy this week.
Last scoring jump and another whip. Torrenteras is hurt, but he's not afraid to throw the whip down. The fans here are loving it.
And he almost beat Twitch last night in the best whip competition because you could see just how amazing he's able to throw that bike around.
That was very close. Podmol right now has been very solid, but not super flashy. He's had some huge tricks, though. I'm talking about on the track. He's been what I would call a tactician, and with the tricks, he's been really solid. He had some big ones there for sure.
And there you go. Advances easily. So Libor Podmol is going to go through, and I bet Edgar Torrenteras is actually kind of happy that he's going to get to go and sit the rest of this out. Wow. Two interesting races so far. And it all started with the hole shot here, and these two guys really battling it out.
And Podmol was the fourth qualifier. Torrenteras was the fifth qualifier. So Podmol had the choice on the lane, so he was a little bit on the inside and was able to control the corner. And it's all coming down really. I mean, Podmol did win the race, but his tricks were far superior. So no contest whatsoever.
And here you see this nice whip flip from Libor Podmol on the white flag lap. That was the last trick in his run. So Podmol will go on. And we'll be having the third quarterfinal matchup in Moto X Speed Style when we come back to Foz do Iguaçu, flying high in the skies of Brazil.
Eu descobri tudo que tem feito para a gente ir mais longe. Moto X sorriso do maior. Aqui para X Games Foz, Iguaçu 2013, amanhã do meu último dia para fechar com chave de ouro. Essa edição dos X Games, ao meio-dia, final do Skate Street feminino. Ao meio vamos ter o Ford Rally Cross. Às 14 horas vamos ter a final do Skate THROWBACK. Às 16h30 tem a final aqui do Moto X Speed Style. E às 6 horas vamos entregar as medalhas para os vencedores. Sem grande pressão nos X Games Foz do Iguaçu. Isso amanhã, ingressos à venda. Garanta o seu e seja conosco a curtir, aproveitar cada momento desse grande espetáculo dos esportes radicais. Com os X Games Foz do Iguaçu. Aqui nossa competição. Nós tivemos duas baterias, depois de estudo, essa equipe de você. O que você está achando até agora?
You're right along with the 199, Mr. Travis Pastrana on our rallycross course. Looks a little intense right there. Well, the final day of X Games starts at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we've got medal round coverage. Women's skate street will feature Brazil's own Leticia Buffoni. Travis Pastrana is competing in the Ford Rallycross. Then Pedro Barros goes for a third X Gold in men's skateboard park. And we finish the games off, the cherry on top, Moto X Freestyle, folks. That's tomorrow starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Well, next race in our speed and style, and this is going to be quite a heat, Cameron.
It is, from Switzerland, Matt Ribot, who has been returning from injury, and that is him with the white gear on, both riders on orange bikes, and Ronnie Renner, who does have a medal in this event from 2008. It's not the color he wanted, and look at this whole shot. Renner going for it on the outside. It looks like he's going to control. Now, he was our fourth fastest race or speed qualifier,
and Matt was second. And both of these guys have really good racing pedigrees, so you know that they can turn up the heat when they need to. Oh, look at this.
Oh, and neither rider triples through that end section. We saw him working on it quite a bit in practice today.
Do you think Ribot will give Renner a little bit of space because Ribot has the bigger tricks?
Well, we know, well, we're pretty sure anyway, we should say, that Renner's not going to do an inverted trick. He can do them, but he hasn't been. He's been concentrating on other aspects of his riding, namely the step-up, which he took away a silver medal in, which will be disappointing for him, but he is not going to have the tricks to compete with Ribot, and Ribot's just keeping it close.
Ribot's really coming in there. You see, he's looking for that line, too. He's kind of feeling things out. So 2 inverted tricks from Ribot already, which is obviously going to give him a much higher judges' score for the style points.
And he's keeping it really close here.
He's kind of just dogging. He's following Ronnie along. Like he doesn't want to make any mistakes, but...
And a little bit of a clip there going into that last section for Ribot. Again, Renner leading right now. And this will be the last time that they are scored over the ramp. A big whip from Renner and a third inverted trick. And so we've been talking about it. The second place bike can win because of the bigger tricks. Will eliminate the time differential. So if Renner only wins by 3 seconds, and
right now less than a second.
Right, less than a second. So it's really not going to be a factor if Ribot keeps it this close, because he's easily going to have 5+ points on Renner when it comes to freestyle.
Renner's going to come across the line first, but is it going to be enough? Because of the style points of Matt Ribot. Let's see, we're waiting for the scores to come in. Ribot winning easily on that one. So it showed you how important those big tricks were. Oh. It says here Ronnie Renner advancing, but the scores look like they went Matt Ribot's way.
So we are going to clarify this.
So interesting there. We look at the scoring monitors here. It says Ribot, and it certainly looked from a style perspective, and the margin of error there that it should have been Ribot.
It was just a quick drop down mistake. It's all good. I believe Ribot going through.
Probably the last you'll see of me tonight is what Ronnie Renner says. I'd be astonished if it isn't Matt Ribot that goes through. So, but waiting for clarification. Matt Ribot, it is confirmed he will advance through to the semifinal. Wow, this one was quite an interesting race, and I think good strategy from Ribot.
I think it was good strategy, especially when Ronnie came in tight, controlling that first corner. Ribot's like, okay, Renner's willing to throw a little bit. He's willing to crowd or fill in the corner, so all I got to do is stay within a certain distance of him and out-trick him. And watching here, I mean, easily, you can see Renner throwing the old-school no-footed can, and look, I mean, looking through on the kiss of death backflip for Ribot. No competition when it came to tricks. And Ronnie, great style master.
Matt Ribot emphasizing the fact, because he did 3 flip tricks in that run, saying, look at me, I'm upside down. That guy's right side up. Judges notice it. Huge score for him, and he advances. So smart move for the Swiss rider.
And for note, we have no returning gold medalists. So the people that have medaled in the past in the gold position are not here. So we will have a new gold medalist.
And speaking of new gold medalists, last night Bryce Hudson took down Ronnie Renner in step-up. Look at this kid. He was working hard and really showed he had some great bike skills to get up and over. Renner, on the other hand, had a very hard time.
Clipped with the back tire on the first of his 2 attempts at 31 feet. And then on the second attempt, clipped the front tire, if I'm not mistaken. And see Josh Hansen there really quickly. He was a bit of controversy last night as well.
Yeah, he was. And, of course, a little social buzz. He's not with us. Last night's step-up gold. But tonight, he's sitting in that wheelchair. We actually saw him a little while ago. And
he did tell us he is going to need surgery on his ankle area. So going to go back home to the States and get that handled, and wish him well. X Games rookie, super nice guy.
Yeah, and remember, send your photo XGFan, hashtag XGFan, and you could be up on the screen. Great matchup here. Andre Villa versus David Ronaldo. Villa got the best style score in seeding.
And was 3rd quickest, so something to look at.
And something I have to say, Brian Foster, who was in step-up yesterday, actually gave parts from his bike to Andre Villa and couldn't take part in this because Villa's got the parts from his bike. So Andre Villa on the green bike looks like he's going to get the whole shot.
And actually, Andre is riding with one of the Endurocross riders' boots because he couldn't find his boots as well. So Andre, not with his own suspension, not with his own boots, but still
chest protector. I mean, a ton of stuff that Andre Villa doesn't have. He's kind of beg, steal, and borrow. He kind of went to the thrift shop, I think, to get most of his stuff.
And Ronaldo has a racing background, and
double pump.
There's a flip for Ronaldo as well.
Ronaldo's got great tricks. In the past few months, David Ronaldo from France has been incredibly impressive in freestyle, but he doesn't have the racing chops that Andre Villa does.
Now let's see if Villa unveils his triple at the end here. There's one. No, he clips. And we know he was doing it in practice, and we also saw Revo do it as well. So it's something we might see a little bit later.
But I don't think Andre has the pressure from David Ronaldo, though. Oh,
definitely not.
Whip flip.
Whip flip. Right side up trick from Ronaldo.
I think Ronaldo trying to show a little bit of variation there in his tricks with that Superman. But he's going to need to really kind of turn it up if he's going to catch up. Look at the differential there, over 4 seconds.
There's that last triple out of that rhythm section. So that could come into play later. That rhythm section could itself be in play. If we have some close racing, everybody likes the outside line. And if that line's full, you're going to have to go to the inside. So there could be a little bit of chaos when we do have tighter racing.
I'll tell you what I'm surprised about here. David Ronaldo has much bigger tricks than he's uncorking here, and he pulls them much cleaner. I think he really should have just stayed back a little bit and tried to go big with banger tricks, because Andre's got just a huge lead.
Ronaldo having a problem at the end of the whoops there.
Checkered flag for Andre Villa. I think this is going to be easy for him. Yeah, there it is. 84-66 to 77-66. So Andre Villa will go against Matt Rebeau in the semifinals. And we'll see David Ronaldo in freestyle tomorrow, but for now he's heading to the showers.
And this is where it started now. Interesting, Villa had the whole shot, but he went wide. Ronaldo almost had the opportunity to dive to the bottom. And if the slower rider can get underneath and get in front, he can control the faster lanes.
So he just did the fist pump flip. And he didn't really have to work super hard to get this one, Cameron. I've got to say that. And he has a lot in that bag still.
And you can see Villa before he goes into the whoops. He's shifting up. It looks like 2 gears. I like that, getting in a tall gear to run through the whoops. So he's not running out of gear at the end of the whoops, which is something the Supercross riders also do. So taking a page out of their playbook. And there's a good look at the rider from Norway living in Spain.
So when we come back, we will have semifinals in our speed and style competition. Corey Podmall, Rebeau Villa. It is going to be on when we come back to Foz. Please join us.
X Games music presented by GoPro.
Welcome back, everyone. Moto X Speed Style here at X Games Foz de Iguaçu. We are into the semifinals. The first one will be Lance Curry versus Libor Podmall, and then Matt Rebeau of Switzerland versus Norway's Andre Villa. I can't wait to see these. But for more on the dirt of our speed and style competition, let's go down to the dirt and Alyssa Ronig. Alyssa.
Yeah, thanks, Tess. I talked to all these guys after that first heat and asked how your strategy changes going into these second heat rounds. They said to a man, you know, in the first round, they were able to hang back. A guy like Villa, like you said, he hung back. He knew he had the tricks to beat Renner. Well, in these rounds, they're very evenly matched when it comes to tricks. So if you want to advance out of this round, you've got to win the race.
Thanks, Alyssa. Yeah, Cam, I think what's going to have to happen here is the guys are going to be hunting for this hole shot, and this dirt is pretty slick when you get to that corner.
Absolutely, and no big surprise that our top 4 qualifiers are the riders that moved on. So the top 4 in speed and style qualifying now competing in these semifinals. Lance Corey on the yellow number 54, Libor Podmall.
Oh, Corey gets a two-stroke.
Almost gets underneath there.
Libor's looking for it. These guys both have a racing background. big difference here. One is on a 4-stroke motorcycle, one is on a 2-stroke.
True that, and with the traction, you would think the 4-stroke putting to the ground would have the advantage, but in Enduro X, we saw Cody Webb on his 2-stroke looking really solid. Here's where we're going to see a interesting variation, super flip, and then the kiss of death flip. I'm sorry, the cliffhanger flip.
So both big tricks. The real question is, how is the extension on both those tricks look like? Curry was a little bit kind of crumpled up. Looks like maybe we had better extension there from Libor Podmol, but the Czech's going to have to hurry up because 3 seconds is a big gap. That is 3 points in the style score from the judges. Big heel clicker flip,
yep. So let's see what Podmol goes right side up.
Does the running man. Fred Flintstone, Sidewinder. It's a trick with 3 names, folks.
It depends on who was doing it at the time.
It's still an awesome trick.
It is. It's the huge amount of commitment off the side of the bike, running next to it and grabbing back on, and then getting your legs back over. And Podmol dropping even further back, it looks like here. Lance Curry.
Curry going for the no-hander flip. What does Podmol have to answer that? Wow. Nice big whip flip. Almost an underflip there. He didn't roll the shoulders under completely, but big statement. But I think Lance Curry putting so much time between the two is going to give himself a buffer. And you can see how slow Libor Podmol was back there in that rhythm section.
Watching the tricks and there, Podmol having a problem in that rhythm section. So here's the checkers for Lance. Throwing a little whip over the finish line. He will go to the gold medal match. And there's your combined 91.61. When you combined the time score, how much time he put on Podmol and his freestyle score. And surprisingly enough, Corey's freestyle score wasn't that much better than Podmol's. Even though he chose to do 3 different flips, the judges really liking that Sidewinder.
And we talked about how important this whole shot was. Lance definitely had the speed. He almost lost it there on the inside to Libor Podmol trying to tuck that 2-stroke under.
And this was the first jump for Corey. Look at the extension, kicking it. He doesn't get everything he's looking for possibly, but
again, you're rushing this.
Right, you're racing through it.
So here we go again. Lance doing that scissor kick, the Indian air, not getting everything out of it, but it's important when you're rushing through this that you make sure you're going to get that landing right from a backflip. So Lance Curry in the gold medal round, and Libor Podmol will be fighting it out for the bronze. Well, so far this weekend, we've had a pretty amazing time. We had Enduro X, Elia Sanz.
Yeah, she was amazing. She really put it together, and Taddy Blazusiak was chasing Cody Webb, and Blazusiak earned his 2nd X Games gold.
Then we had that best whip competition with Jeremy Stenberg again surprising us with that sideways transfer.
And speaking of surprising us, Bryce who?
Bryce Hudson, ladies and gentlemen. The rookie comes into X Games, claims gold against the best in the business, Ronnie Renner, then breaks his leg. And unfortunately is sitting watching this from the sidelines in a wheelchair, but he's doing okay. So we'll be seeing Bryce Hudson again. I think a good future for that guy. A 2nd semifinal coming up.
Absolutely, and it's been a great X Games so far as far as the Moto X goes. Don't forget, later on tonight, BMX Dirt returns to the X Games. That's something everybody is excited about.
And I mean everybody. Every athlete from every sport is excited about BMX Dirt back, so that's going to be fun. It's actually sitting right next to this Moto X course here. This is going to be great.
Villa in the green.
And then Rabot in the orange. Who's going to get in the whole shot? Whoa! Rabot cuts him off, and Villa puts his hand up.
Well, this is racing. Putting the hand up's not going to do anything. And Rabot gets out in front. Now, in the trick category, Villa had the advantage. He was your #1 qualifier in tricks, and he was also quick in the speed.
He's really quick.
Top three.
I think he definitely has the best line through that rhythm section. Okay, here we come. Trick number 1 from Rabeau.
Nice.
Big kiss of death. Big no-handed flip for Andre Villa. Very, very clean. So 2 huge tricks.
Advantage, though, on those 2 tricks alone, I think, goes to Rabeau.
Wow, look at Rabeau. He's on fire going through those whoops. He's actually extending the differential over Andre Villa. Villa's going to need to hurry this thing up.
He needs to get this triple to make time, and he does.
Got it.
He airs it into that corner. That will help him here. This is lap number 2.
Rabeau goes through with
advantage again. Advantage Rabeau.
He's got the differential and he's really pushing it hard, but Villa's kind of riding smooth, but I don't know if that's going to be the wisest choice for him. I think he really has to push a little bit harder to close down the gap.
Triple. And he does.
Wow, look
He's
at how much time he makes up there. Whoa! Nice riding from Andre Villa. The Norwegian almost pegs this. Whoa, what's going on here?
Are they going to restart? So what? Now I understand. It's possible if we take a look back, Tess, you were pointing at this. When Villa had his hand up, he wasn't talking about something Rabeau did. He's talking about possibly there was
maybe the jib. He's pointing at the jib there.
The camera was hanging down in front of him. Let's take another look.
Take a look. See to the left there. Oh,
he had to check up quite a bit.
For sure had to check up that. Actually, that is well worthy of a red flag. That was unfair for Andre Villa, who really has been super fast off the get-go, and he was catching up. I got to admit, it wasn't really a problem for him because he had Rabeau on that corner.
Well, it's interesting. He's now shown that inside line through that triple.
And I have to tell you something that's important here is that riding, Andre was telling me, you get a little bit of arm pump when you ride this. It's when you get that flex in your forearms. That's the jib, folk, that Andre had the problem with.
Matt probably not happy with this call, but it is a fair call.
Well, Major League Baseball coverage continues on ESPN. First at 8 Eastern, it's Sunday Night Baseball presented by Taco Bell. The Cardinals take on the Phillies. Then at 7 Eastern, Monday Night Baseball presented by USAA as the Yankees take on the Rays.
And Rabeau, his first X Games competition since 2010.
And he was looking good.
Yeah.
He came back. I mean, he had a broken femur. He had a rod inserted. There was a problem with the rod that took a long time to really discover. And he got back on the bike, and he was ready to race this and ready for freestyle. So we'll re-rack these guys, get them back on the course.
And Rabeau, of course, was the first international rider to medal in the freestyle competition, 2008 silver medal.
Take a look around here, Foz do Iguaçu. Our Brazilian fans coming in and getting themselves a little bit of nutrition from the vendors around the venue. And I got to tell you, these Brazilian fans are absolutely crazy for just about everything. You know, just a guy that no one knew came hanging out with us, just went for a little walk down to the falls and wins the gold. And again, you look at these falls, they are higher than Niagara Falls and almost twice the width of Niagara Falls. It's 275 different waterfalls, different channels that go down. And you look at this picture, you can stand right there, and it's amazing. You literally can stand right where this picture is being taken from and feel the power of these things. The whole area here, just beautiful, right in the middle of the jungle. 3 countries, Argentina, Paraguay, and Brazil, all meet at this one point. And it's so stunningly beautiful, and I was amazed when we got to see it.
And I got to tell you, the whole town, the hotels are amazing, the people are amazing. Everything has been really cool the whole time that we've been here.
And speaking of amazing, I think we're going to be in for maybe a kind of a heated battle here. Be interesting to see if Andre Villa can really head for this whole shot. Good jump for Villa.
And Villa gets in front this time now. This will be frustrating to Rabeau. He goes to the inside, doesn't get as good a run into the whoops, so a risky move. Now remember, Villa was getting that triple at the end. Rabeau
really fast out of the
was getting it in practice.
Oh yeah, Rabeau looked good too.
He did not
didn't quite get it.
Wow, and so a restart because of a camera placement. Advantage goes to Villa, but we were talking about Ribaud's tricks looking bigger, and I think there the first advantage, the first exchange in the jumps, that's going to go to Villa or to Ribaud again.
And Ribaud is looking for something in those whoop sections. He's really coming on fast. Can he get this? Can he get it out? No, he doesn't get it. So Andre Villa managing to clear those 3 jumps, the triple, and he gets so much more speed because he's back down to the ground in that corner.
And a stock flip for Villa again. Advantage on the tricks. Less than a second in the differential. And I'm going to say there's probably at least 3 points in score differential, if not more at this point.
I was trying to figure out if he actually was whipping that flip, but it looked really like he just rotated it.
Just where freestyle has come and gone.
Upside down, 225-pound bike, and it's just a rotation. This
last scoring jump. Right side up for Villa.
Right side up. He goes to the 9 o'clock knack. Well, they both go for the right side up, and Ribaud shorts it a little bit. He actually cases the top of that jump, and Villa is starting to run away a bit here. Look at the differential here. It'll show up right now. 3 seconds to Andre Villa. I don't know if Matt Ribaud's tricks are worth 3 more points.
But at this point, it doesn't seem like the last one, the advantage in the tricks would go to Villa, in my opinion. So,
oh, look how close this is. Andre Villa, because of the time, will advance really close in the scoring, but Villa had the speed, and I think a worthwhile protest because of that camera for Andre Villa. So disappointing for Matt Ribaud, who really has come back strong this year. Great run for Andre Villa to put him in the gold medal round.
And Villa is going to earn his first X Games medal tonight. That has been guaranteed because he will either get gold or silver. And there's the start early.
Ribaud was just looking for the inside line, but Villa shut him down. And here, it was a whip flip. Yeah, we saw it from the side. We couldn't quite tell. But the judges did get to see that, awarded Villa a decent score. So he advances. I think Villa is going to have to step it up, though, when we go into in somebody else's boots, too. Oh, yeah, remember, folks, he's in someone else's boots, someone else's chest protector. Oh, man. Well, here we go, the final set. Look at this one. Lance Curry, Andre Villa will be in the final when we come back to Moto X Speed Style from X Games Foz do Iguaçu. Be sure not to miss it, folks. Welcome back, everybody, to X Games Foz do Iguaçu, and here you see downtown Foz, the amazing venue we have here in southern Brazil, and all of the fans coming in, having a great time here on the venue. Just a packed house here tonight. Well, we should check out Ford's Today's Best, and I just love this piece every day when we look at this, because you really do get to see some amazing stuff. And today, well, it's all about Kyle Baldock, who took gold first during the day in BMX Park. Just take a look at that, taking a bow for the crowd. Then, as if that wasn't enough, he came out tonight on the dirt and just absolutely stomped it, Cameron.
Yeah, it was just a thing of beauty. So getting to see a little bit more BMX dirt here late tonight, the highlights, and you gotta love having the dirt back in the X Games. And here's our bronze medal match. Libor Podmal from the Czech Republic versus Matt Ribaud from Switzerland.
And I think Matt is lucky to have had just a little bit of a break to kind of rest after he raced 1.5 times because of that red flag. So Ribaud on the 4-stroke, the orange bike closest to us, and Libor Podmal on that outside line. He was trying to get in there.
And trying still to get to that inside. He knows it's critical to get in front because the speed element is with Ribaud so far.
Much better line there through the whoops for Libor Podmal, but he's so slow when he gets into this rhythm section. He just doesn't set it up right.
And Ribaud not getting that triple at the end there, but a clean lead. Now, both these guys have great tricks, and you were talking about Podmal. You thought, nice. Kiss of death flip, a cliffhanger flip. You thought that Podmall might be holding back a little bit.
Well, I just thought he needed to really go and extend it. If he doesn't have the racing speed, and you just see how fast Rabeau is, he should slow it down a little bit approaching that ramp and pull the biggest possible tricks he can to impress the judges.
And this is the bronze medal match, so the winner of this will earn X Games bronze. The loser, well, they'll be one away from a medal.
Yeah, the loser will have a lot of red dirt on his boots and not much else.
Well, for Podmall, if he does not get the bronze medal here, at least he did get it in Step Up one night ago.
And it's going to be an interesting day again tomorrow. Moto X Freestyle going to end out X Games Foz de Iguaçu, and Libor Podmall and Matt Rabeau going to be going up for that competition.
I'm looking forward to seeing the runs. Oh, so Rabeau not getting, you saw him.
He was looking for something.
Wow.
Oh, that's big. Was that an underflip? Did he get it?
I think it was a X-up flip, a whip flip.
Huge style there, and the judges are definitely going to dock Matt Rabeau. Wow. I'm surprised at that style score.
That's really close. In fact, it's so close that it's a tie.
Yeah. So Matt Rabeau crosses this line, and he's going to win it.
He's going to get the bronze medal.
Yeah. Fist pump in the air.
Are you surprised the scores were a straight tie?
I really honestly thought that Libor Podmall's tricks were executed well, and the last trick that Matt Rabeau did, it looked like it was just a straight flip.
Just a straight flip.
Just a flip, folks. And there, Podmall congratulating Matt Rabeau and his father Antoine Rabeau there.
And taking a look back, it looked like Podmall thought he was going to get the jump, tried to go to the inside. Now, had he laid up just a bit, he might have been able to duck to the inside of Rabeau, who went a bit wide. And this was the first trick. Rabeau getting good extension, probably not getting everything he wanted, not everything he could get, knowing Rabeau and his skills. And then looking into the rhythm section. And again, not doing that final triple in that section. We'll talk about that a little bit more in the gold medal match. That's something that we are seeing Andre Villa do.
Well, the gold medal match is on the line right now. Lance Curry, who was our #1 qualifier, versus Andre Villa, who is the #2 qualifier from seeding. This is going to be just amazing, but wow, Lance Curry leading in this competition. He's got to be having a great day, Alyssa.
Yeah, Tess, you know, this is his first X Games. I asked him, did you come in here with a plan, with your tricks planned out for each round? He said, you know, I get to the line, and I'm just inspired. So he said he's going to get to the line here. He's got an idea what he's going to do. He said, I'm going to look at Andre, and I'm going to just feel the inspiration. He said, I didn't even plan to come to X Games, but when they invited me, I'm here. He said, I'm just here to have fun, but now that I'm in this final race, I want to win gold.
Wow. I mean, absolutely.
It's actually a great outlook on this because we talked to him, you know, probably an hour before competition and said, hey, just, you know, go out there and have fun, because if you put too much pressure on yourself, that's when you start making mistakes.
Yeah, he was trying to figure out the second round match. We were like, let's concentrate on the first round.
The yellow bike is Curry, who got a huge jump there. The green bike, Andre Villa. Villa almost kind of settled back there to see what Lance is going to do.
And Villa and Corey both fast.
Oh, Andre trying to get the inside line.
Watch for the triple here at the end.
Oh, didn't get it.
Oh, yeah, Villa, different use of lines there. We'll see if it comes into play a little bit later. Lance Corey, your #1 speed rank. Villa was actually your 3rd speed rank.
Big trick from Villa. Corey again tried to execute that one quickly.
We'll see if Villa tries to use that triple.
Little problem there for Lance Curry. Almost went over the front. Gotta say, though, he's riding this racing section really well.
And not able to get that time around.
Oh,
Villa
looking for the inside.
He overjumped the one right before that last section. And a whip flip from Villa. Heel click flip from Corey. What do you think? The tricks are close.
I love that Libor Podmall at the side of the course just screaming and willing these guys on. They're really close. Small differential. I think Andre's going to look for that triple here to try and get past him.
Corey.
Here we go.
Corey tried. Look at that. Triples right by and goes right up the course.
No way. Corey's
messing with his flip levers in that section and made a mistake, and at the same time Villa went huge to go by.
So Corey does the rock solid as his last trick. What happened to Andre Villa? Just pushing it too hard. He's back on the course, back on the bike. But the differential now almost 10 seconds. So Corey can pretty much just cruise this one home.
Lance Corey was doing something with his flip levers as he was going through that rhythm section, distracted himself, had a bit of an issue there, but as Andre Villa tried to hammer his way by.
Villa was heading for the falls. I don't know where he was going. Wow, Lance Curry, he doesn't have the biggest style score, but he has a huge margin in time, and Lance Curry will take gold at X Games. What a great moment for this young man. His wife, Courtney, looking on. His dad, Lance Sr. Man, that was amazing, Kevin.
I want to see, I think Villa just got caught up. That dirt is, we've talked about how it looks super tacky and can be, but there are slippery sections. We saw it in the Enduro X.
Andre Villa is, I tell you, if there is a gap somewhere that Andre Villa can find a way through, he does the most amazing things. He is a phenomenal rider and somehow just puts on a little too much juice and goes off the course in the corner.
And straight from the start.
Nice start, though, for Lance.
And, yeah, spinning out of the gate was Villa. Villa tried to go back to the inside. Not enough room there, so Lance controlled it early. And this was early.
Yeah, you see
in that section.
Oh, just casing down that, so he didn't get the triple that time, which I think meant he felt he had to hurry up and catch up to Lance because the style scores were just so close. And
here it is. Watch triple and
Whoa!
triples. He got all of that one. He landed.
That was a quad almost,
off the track.
Straight through the barriers. And look at that. There is Courtney just willing Lance on. And here, Lance Curry, big rock solid. And that gets him the gold medal, and Alyssa Ronig has caught up with him.
All right, Lance, congratulations with the rookie games. Just tell us about that last lap there. What happened?
I knew I was in front. I don't know what tricks he's doing. I'm doing the tricks that I have in my head. I'm going as fast as I can. I can hear him on my back. I make a mistake in that line. He jumps over my head. I'm like, I got to take the inside. 1, so he doesn't crash on me. 2, so I can maybe keep him off of me. He goes over the berm. I slide out on the inside. We're both down. My bike was still running. I got up, kept going, and I got a gold medal. It's my first X Games. I love this. I mean, I got into freestyle motocross because of Travis Pastrana and X Games.
Yeah, you said in that last heat you were just here to have fun. But what were you thinking when that gate dropped?
I was just telling myself, have fun. You know, like I didn't even expect to ride X Games this year. I didn't expect to make it to the final round. I knew I was a medalist no matter what, and I just said, have fun. Like honestly, you're doing this to have fun. If you're not having fun, why are you doing it? So I just had fun out there.
Great. Well, can we grab your beautiful wife over here, Courtney? This has been a lot. It was a lot of fun to watch you and his dad watch him. What was it like to watch him win that gold medal?
It's unbelievable. It's been a long time coming, so we're pretty excited.
Great. Well, congratulations to both of you.
Thanks, Alyssa. That was absolutely fantastic. It is the rookie games for Moto X. Lance Curry takes gold. He and his father Lance and his wife Courtney will be celebrating tonight. Take a look at that. Gold Curry, silver Villa, and bronze Rabeau.
Again, Andre Villa going for it, but it's not over for these guys because there will be freestyle Moto X tomorrow, which we are very excited about closing the X Games here in Brazil with.
Well, for continued coverage of X Games Foz do Iguaçu, log on to xgames.com and join us tomorrow at 11 Eastern on ESPN, beginning with Women's Skate Street. Unbelievable night here under the lights with speed and style. Lance Curry taking gold. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. For Cameron Steele and Alyssa Ronig, so long from Foz do Iguaçu. Jimmy.
That was really good.
All right, well, we be out of here pretty quick. Cruising.
Whenever we get Cameron. Okay.
What happened? I'm cleaning up.
Okay, so let's go back. So, what a night, Lance Curry. Okay.